Okay, good afternoon, brother and sister Dharma. Today we will do the revision for the YMBA Senior Part 2 Abhidhamma. Okay, selected topic because I can't complete all. All the people who are taking revise to the past years one. I cannot really maximum only 5 selected chapter to be revised. So bear with it. So you have to go back to your last year one and take back and revise over again. So what we are doing now is to talking about this sixth sense door. Okay, on sixth sense door. So what are the sixth sense door? We're going to go through the revision, the Dvāra and the Chitta, Chittasika, and cognitive mechanic. So this is a revision. If you can remember, if you can't remember, go back again. So basically, we're going to study a sixth sense door, then single door, then multi door, then pancha deva five door, then dvava vimuta, and then dual aspect. So we're going to go through all this again. Okay? And this one all shortcut one. All the things we studied earlier will be all considered into one. Okay, so we will go through. First one, the sixth sense door. We will cover Chatu, Sota, Gana, Jiva, Kaya, Mano. All the six senses, in the five physical one plus the what I call the mind. Okay, so totally six sense door, which we're going to talk about. And then we talk about the contact mechanics. How pasa, the moment contact, how chitta and chittasika arise, and how a door fire. So this is a contact point of the base. Okay, so we're going to look through all these are revision for you people. Then when you talk about single door consciousness, ekadava, one sense only. That means talking upon one base, okay? One base, what I call Abhidhamma atomic unit. So we're going to go through what is one door, okay? And then fourth one, you have multi-door consciousness, 2 to 5, okay? Depending on how this thing arise. So rapid succession, then you got dormant door and chittasika overlap. So this will be in the fourth one, the multi-door, 2 to 5 consciousness. Then pancha dvava, the 5 sense door, all the 5 external sense door. Then these are mostly all external senses for cognitive load with the contact of Vedana. Okay, so this will be covered. We'll look through one by one all the 5 sense door. And then we have 6 sense door, cha, dvava, 6 door. All 6 including here the 5 nama and rupa, the mind door. Together, this will create the karmic opportunity. The 5 one won't create the karmic one. This is just a functional one. Then dvava vimutka, free from the doors. So this is a sorotological reading. We'll go through, revise through what is that. Then the 8th one, do aspect the chitta and chittasika. How this cognitive knowing, the effective, this feeling and valent arise. Okay, when chitta comes in, the chittasika will come together one after another. Then we go to the 6th sense door. What is that? Salayana Sadvava. So what is this? We'll go through. Okay. We already cover, by now you should know, Chakku Dvava, the eye door. So eyeball purposely is to see visible form, the rupa, all the colors that form the object. And then what are the consciousness that arise? The Chatu Vyana, right? Chatu Vyana will arise. Example, seeing color, shape, and light. We need to see color, shape, and light. And all these will appear as an object for us to observe. Okay? Basically, if you are a normal person, you should have the capability of watching this color, shape, and light. Unlike, uh, unlike the you if you suffer from one or like blind, then you have this defect. You're not a normal person who has this capability. Then the sota java, the ear door. The purpose is to hear the object sound, what I call sada. Then the consciousness arise will be sota viana. And then, example, you're hearing the speech, the music, all this noise, okay? So if you are not deaf, you have the capability of doing all this. So when a person is cater with all the five senses, we should make full use of it, okay? So we have no defect. So it is a blessing that we have given this, we should fully make use of it. Then Ghana Dvāra, nose door, odor, Ganda. So this is more for smell. Ganda Viana, this will drink the rice. And then what's the purpose for? Smelling food, flowers, smoke. Okay. So some people are trained to smell, very strong in smelling. So this type of people, the professional, like those fragrant one, they can taste the, I mean, feeling of the fragrance of what is suitable and what is nice one. So this type of people very sensitive to smell. This is another kind of profession. If you are good in that, then you have capability of this nose door. Then tongue door, jiva dvava, taste, rasa. So the consciousness alive is jiva vijnana. So you can tasting sweet, sour, bitter, all these three kind of normal taste which we can experience. So people with this capability are mostly the chef. The chef, you need to have a capability of tasting. If no, you can't judge the taste of the your customer. So it's a blessing that each and everyone has this capability. Okay, the only people who got problem with this are those, those people that go through chemotherapy. Uh, those people that go to process chemotherapy, they lost the taste of food, and everything is of no taste. I ever talk with those cancer patients that go to chemo. Really, they don't. The moment they have no taste, they won't consume the food. When you don't consume the food, then your problem. You don't absorb the nutriment, then your body start to break down. That's a problem. Those people, very pity them for those having chemo. You lost the taste of food. That's why they suffer from, you don't feel like eating because you lost the taste. Then if you don't force yourself to eat, no nutriment will come to your body. And so as a result, you suffer for uh, more setback. So your body start breaking down. That's why those people who go to chemo is a suffering. You have to mentally prepare to eat whatever, even you can't taste it. And then the kaya dwava, the body door. These are tangible, what I call potaba, which is mean the contact of all your body senses. Okay. The consciousness is kaya viana. And you have touch, heat, pressure, and movement. Okay. This kind, we are blessed to have this. There are certain people after whatever reason, they lost the feeling of touch. They don't feel the heat is burning their skin. Okay, there are such people when they are the kind of what I know is that the nerve they start breaking down. You don't feel hot. How hot it is, you don't feel it. So you have damaged all your skin. So all this thing is a defect. So human being, if we are born with all this, we should able to be a blessing to us. And Mano Dvāra, mental object, Dharma. Okay? If we have a mind, we are able to think. Okay? If short of this, then we are in the vegetable state. So the arising of mind is Mano Vijnana. Then with this mind, we have thoughts, images, memory, ideas. Also, all these are in. So as a human being, you have this mind, you have all the blessing of able to know all these things. So one like dementia or Parkinson, you slowly lose the memory part, then it's another human suffering. So if you are blessed with all the six, we should be very happy on that. So next one, we'll go about how the contact mechanics, how a door fire, how a door is open. Okay, we're going to explain this. I think you'll go through it. You have no problem with this. So we're going to a revision only. So sense based, we talk about ear, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. Then with the sense based, we can have this object contact. Visible form, sound, odor, taste, touch, and the Dhamma. Dhamma is more related to the mind. Then with this sense based, and you can able to capture the what I call the object, then we are conditioned. Condition means the pacaya. Pacaya in the term that you have able to have a light, distance, attention, sense organ sensitivity. So all these must arise. Your object, you must have pacaya. Okay, this condition must arise. If no, next one will never come. The contact. So upon all these three together, you have this contact, the pasa, the meeting of the base, the object, and consciousness. Okay, so these three must come together in order to form the what I call the contact moment. Then upon contact moment, you have the door specific chitta. So selected chitta will rise on which prominent door open, like Chaku, Sota, Ghana, Jiva, Kaya, and Mano, Vijnana. So this particular consciousness will arise once you meet all these conditions. So upon rising of the so-called chitta, Chittasika will be next one that follow. Chittasika rise with this Mana, Sikara, Sana, Vienna, Chitana, and others. So all these, whichever we associate with, we will start to come upon it. So whether you like it, you hate it, or you're neutral feeling, so this Chittasika will arise. And upon Chittasika coming, then we know that whether you are positive or negative to it. So if you are have this kind of bad roots, so this craving, aversion, so you have good one, you have mindful, noticing. So all these come one after another. Okay? So this is what we study in the early last year. So next one, at every moment, this four universal Cetasika after this one always present at every door contact. So these four universal, remember, for your study, they always come out test you. Four universal Cetasika always present at every door contact. So we're going to go through which are they. First one is Mana Sikara, or what I call attention. It direct the chitta to the object. Okay. So there must be chitta contacting to the object, okay? Before we can capture what is the object about, okay? Chitta must be down there. If you don't have, it will be missing. Next one, after the chitta, we have this perception will rise. So perception is something like you label the object, okay? For baby, is taught by parents, so with a name, conventional name, they recognize this is labeled A, B, C, D. But for us, over the years, from young, we already have this perception register in our core memory mind, or what I call the memory cell. So we able to correlate with it, what I call perception. It recognizes and labels the object. But when new things come in, then if you are knowing for very first time, then this thing we will be start to make a name to make sure it register in the memory. So similar thing as the computer, you have an index code down there to label the particular object if you know it for very first time. Okay, for those who are like baby, this is how they are taught to recognize each of these objects which they have the first time feeling on it. Okay, so our mind is always this sort of thing that finding for new object to label it. So after perception, the next one will come out with Vienna. So these are at the doorstep down there, door contact, everything will be down there, will be the feeling. So this is affective tone. Then you have this judgment of pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. Okay. And then with all this, the final one, the Chaitanya evolution. This one, this is where Buddha always say intention is a cause, is a cause. So intention quality, the will in the moment, and this is comically key. Okay. So everything you want to perform later is evolution. The evolution arrives whether you do good or do bad. Okay, the intention to do it. So anything like karma created is evolution. That's why Buddhists always say it's evolution. But if we compare to the Jains, they say whether volition, no volition, as long as you do, it's considered action done. Okay, karma. To our Buddhist, karma is created when volition arises. Example, volition, if you accidentally, if you have no intention, suddenly from nowhere a bicycle cross into your traffic light there, and suddenly without whatever reason, it cannot predict, and then you ram into it, then it's not your fault, okay? Because this is not your intention. But if you intention do it, then that's the karma cause. Okay, so remember, got four. Manasikara, Sana, Vedana, and Chitana. Next one, we will look into a single door consciousness, Eka Dvāra. One door at one time. This is called the atomic unit of experience. So what is that about? Okay, we look into it. By definition, is said consciousness arising to the exact one sense door. I mean, consciousness that open at the pre-selected one, already prominent one, the strongest one, through the one sense door with no other simultaneous active. So only one door open is the most prominent. The Abhidhamma atomic unit is called atomic unit of experience. Is the most basic building block of a cognition. Cognition means understanding the object, okay? Cognition. So whenever you open the thing, it's a cognition that recognizes this particular object to our senses. How it arises. Example, eye base, the visible object and at suitable condition. Suitable condition, that means your eye base, you have the object, but you also need to have light, okay? If you are in dark, you can't see. Okay? Total darkness, you can't see the object. So you must have super consider like light. So with this, you have arise the contact or the pasa, whichever sense you connect with. So for this case, for eye is Chakku Viana, the eye consciousness will arise. Then Chitta Sika will accompany. So accompany this are the four of them, the four universal one, Manasikala, Sana, Viana, and Chetana. So upon eye consciousness, these four will arise. Then the chitta is the door surface. It takes only a visible object. So when you open, you only take one visible object. Because the eye open, you only take the visible object. You will never take an ear or a mind chitta. Okay. So basically, the prominent one that open, you take that particular base object. Significant example. Example, you look at a red apple in silence. There's no other sense involved. Okay? When you focus on look at red apple, you check the red apple, no other like taste will never arise in that. Okay? So Abhidhamma describe a sequence of discrete eye consciousness moment, each registering color, shape, then accompanied by Chitta. Okay? So this is how the work, how this the manner of work you come one after another. Each door has its own specific consciousness. The same impression are the atomic building block of mind. Okay? So when you finish, then you pass it to the mind. It clarified analysis experience is not a unified block. It's a momentary specific condition. So this is how one after another process through. Then the final part, you ask the mind to do the determination, the deciding factor. Okay. Then we talk about multi-door consciousness. When two to five door opens, so what is the consequence? So when you talk about this, the phenomena is multi-doors are stimulated. Abhidhamma analyze them as distinct door chitta, arising in rapid succession. That means very, very fast, rapid succession, millisecond scale. Okay. So even though all the door all rapidly open, one door typically dominates, whose extension is focused. So when you, let's say your mind, your five sense door plus your mind are all open, only the one with the stronger attention is focused. Okay. One door typically dominates. That means the strongest one, where attention is focused. Others supply background data. The rest is waiting for other background data. So the mind door, Manu Dvāra, coordinates. This is how the mind works. Coordinates and integrates into a unified phenomenal experience. Well, that's it. All this data, like I say, you see, and later you experience, all these are like processed by the mind. Okay. So this thing is like something like computer. You key in things, your input, then finally you need to process the input or nothing is a raw data. So what you want to do with this data is your mind. It's something like CPU. It process all this data. And whatever data I need, you have to turn on the other door if you needed further thing. Okay. So this is called a multi-door consciousness. So when you talk about three-door example, three-door example, here's the example. Or what I call Chatu Viana arise, when the consciousness, you watching the insect move. First thing you want the first thing watching the insect move. Then your body, Kaya Viana, you feeling air on your skin. So when some fly through, you can feel the kind of air contact with your skin. Then your ear, when let's say insect buzzing you can hear a nearby rooster, okay, like buzzing sound. You too can hear. So all three doors are open. Then finally the mind or mano viana, the mano dvava integrates and label them. Okay, so this is a process where a few doors are open. Then at the same time, is trying to label this, let's say, insect like mosquito. You start, this is a mosquito. Okay, start labeling it. Take note, some chemical description allow stimulus contact, samapasa, explain why we experience unified multi-sense awareness even when Abhidhamma breaks it into multiple micro moments. Okay, so some of the chemical description talk about this. But normally we talk about at one time one only. So these are cases where 3 to 4 doors open at the same time. So next one we talk about fifth one, Pancha Dvāra and Cha Dvāra. 5 and 6 door. How this thing happen. Okay, so we'll look into close examination of 5 door. So when you talk about 5 door, we are talking about the 5 external senses. The, the eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body. So here we talk 5 door. So my door, the connector only not a full additional input. So we are talking about just 5 door without the mind. So let's say you go to a morning busy food market. When you visit the market, you see the side of good side. Oh, so many good things there. Then you come to across certain portion and come the smell of spices, right? All kind of food smell, not necessarily be spices or more than that. And then sound of the crowd, right? So all these things all come at one go, right? Into one at the very moment. So all these will open up all your base. And then some will be tasting, is sampling, like some of those people selling food, they ask you to test their sample. Our 5 senses, all in use. And the body contact with the ground. So everybody squeezing against each other, so got body contact. So all these 5 work together. Behind the mind labels and coordinates in the background. Okay, this is the last thing. So all these are input. So the mind will label and coordinate. So what is the environment of this market is about? Okay, so this is a thing that process in our mind very fast. So there's a last set of Chitasika. Remember, you open up all the senses, there's plenty of Chitasika arise. So attention can be diffused. And then the silencing mechanism pick focal feature. So whichever sense door which you are interested, then the prominent one will investigate further. So the feeling Vedana is richer. You have present, unpleasant, mixed. Then you have a strong volitional tendency may arise. Like you, whichever sense door, you have a very high prominent attraction. Then let's say your food, the smell, then you see the food sort of very attractive. Then this craving aversion will arise, right? Then the moment you arise, you need to buy already. So this high cognitive load, the mind synthesis and remember evaluates. So after passing all these things, they will pass to the mind. The mind will analyze it. Analyze and then you remember, let's say you've taken this food before, you remember the taste and how wonderful is it. Then you evaluate whether want to buy the food or not. So because of this craving, likely you will buy. Okay, so this is how kind when your market, all these things that affect your buying power. So what about six sense door? Cha Dava, all six sense door. So when talk about six sense door, you're talking about all the six open. So five external plus a mind door inactive. So we are registering thoughts, reflection, memory, all this one total set out for decision. So all these are. So example, when you watching a movie with reflection, you visit cinema. So when cinema, all these things will come together. Like first thing will be visual eye, your auditory, the ear will hear the sound, and the somatic, the body, the atmosphere down there, whether in a very good environment, the environment very soothing, also very nice sound coming. All this make your mind in a way affected by it. So mental reflection on the mind start to work. So you're thinking about the meaning of this movie. And then possible the smell and taste if you are eating the food together inside the cinema. So all these things all work together, one after another. So when the door, specific door, which is strongest, are open, plus the mano viana events are the maya. So this mano viana register the mental object, the thought will start arise. Okay, this is when karma good and bad will be created. Then we'll share Chitasika like the four universal one. You have Mana Sikara, Siana, Venana. These three share one will arise. And then you have the highest chance of volition response, which created karma. Finally, the drive to buy, to enjoy, or to watch this wonderful movie. All these are volitional things which arise at the end. And then, but also the best opportunity for insight, vipassana. If you are having this doing the, especially vipassana meditation, if all this rise, you understand the insight of this, how all these door open, and then you have a full understanding. But if you go for enjoyment, all are those more towards a greed. But for the vipassana is a different thing. It's more for a kind of spiritual practice. Okay. So we'll look into this table of everyone. Door count summary, what I call the challenges, mind state, and implication. Okay. So we'll look one by one. Example, if you're single door, we have focus, we have clear precise register, then you have clear cognition and easier mindfulness. That's why when you go for meditation, you all ask you to focus on one thing, on your breath. So you just cut off the rest, just concentrate on your breathing. This is ideal for samatha and later vipassana. It's easier to note the impermanent. Okay, so you especially those meditation, you come to time when you are in this called kind of jhana state. You feel like you're no more breathing, but actually you're still breathing. But you feel that thing so funny that you're not breathing at all. So all these things, as by this meditation, you can see all these things happening if you are monitoring your self. If you got two or three senses, it's called the integration or salient selection. This will increase a lot and possibly effective blending. And we can mix. Note which door dominates. Important thing is which is the dominant door, the predominant, the one that is the most powerful one. So it's useful for attention training. Okay, so this is good also for meditation assessment to keep to your selected one. So if you open all the five external, five sensory overwhelm, this is called when you overwhelm with everything and you are lost here. So what happened is more craving, more aversion, and strong hedonic tone. So it's very dangerous. When you have everything all on, there's no way you can, this kind of towards greediness, everything also want. So you practice noting each door separately, then Vienna prominent. So you have to, at the end, you still have to select one. Because all your door will be open and each door will be noting each thing separately. But finally, you also have to select one. You cannot possess all the five. And number 6, the full cognitive elation, the feeling. With the mind coming in, the highest volitional response risk. I mean, you create karma. When the mind come in, the karma will be created. So this is the greatest insight opportunity is seeing process, not self. Okay, that's why vipassana is about process. Okay, you don't see yourself. It's talk about process. Okay, one after another. So you note of your feeling, all this kind of thing, and then I feel hot, then you feel pain, so all sort of things coming to haunt you. So you see this process of vipassana. So vipassana is about talking about feeling with all your senses and your mind start drifting, okay? And number 6 one, we talk about Dvāra Vimukha, free from doors. I mean, all doors are free from all doors. So we look into it. So the etymology means the door, or what you call sense door. Then Vimukha, it means how you liberated or how you free or release. Okay. I mean to detach from your sense door. Okay. This is what we meditation is about, is to detach. So literally the meaning is Dvāra is one who is free or liberated with respect to the sense door. That's why in Buddhist we are trained not to tie like a dog tied to the sense door will be a dog follow everywhere. So you have to find yourself. That's why to stop away from your kind of craving from your every door, right? Whether good or bad. So you need to look it clearly. So what is tautological reading? It means most likely or canonical. It's a practice or result, one who is free from being taken cavity by sense door stimuli. So that means you don't be a slave by the sense door. Yeah. You don't stuck by the door. That's why meditation is about getting stuck with whatever you like. You have to everything look at it as a neutral. Okay, look at one fine day you are not hooked by whatever sense door. Like you go to like PST, my this meditation master ever said, the jhana. Some people love it. Whenever they practice jhana, they love to go to that state of jhana. They love it. They don't want to come out. No, they like that state so much. And the end, it's all impermanent. You have to free yourself from jhana, whichever state you are. You must be free. If not, you will never progress. So this is the kind of sensation which our mind or whatever, it take hold of us, then we are in trouble. It's talking about liberation from sense craving. Okay, tanha. This is what Buddha talking about. Sense craving, tanha. It's because of senses. If we can't stop this, then we are in trouble. The mind no longer clings to sense impression. That's why to be a monk is to get rid of all this kind of craving. Okay, a monk job is the fast track one compared to householder. Householder, we may not get it in this life. We need to practice life after life. But to be a monk, a respected monk is a monk that have control over his sense craving, the tanha. Okay, that means he no longer attached. Unlike worldly people, we are still attached to this tanha. To them, they are on the first path is to get rid of all these sense tanha. Okay, so if you are the kind of practicing monk, you see that this monk has less and less craving. So when you observe carefully, with this, you see you reduce craving, less grasping at pleasurable sense object. So whatever food, okay, a monk should not be selective. Okay, I ever seen monk I don't want to criticize too much. They like particular restaurant, when do dana to them. That's very bad. I don't respect that. You giving whatever food to you is an honor for us to give to them because we respect them. But not at the expense of us. They want to choose whatever they want. Okay. So as a practicing monk, must have reduced craving. The equanimity, upekha, and contact. This is the one another thing which will do practicing. We need to have equanimity, mindfulness, and wide discernment present, and less reactive Vienna. So to say that all in a technical text, they say Arahant is free from kama chandra, sensual desire, not browsed by sense stimuli as before. I mean, it can be a stream enterer till for Arahant is no more stream enterer, is totally free from all the defilement. But for stream enterer, etc., we are cutting off all these those things which we want in worldly life, one by one at different stages. Okay, so that's why in the other sect, which they claim that Arahant, they don't understand the meaning, I mean, or whatever their master taught them, they have this say that this Theravada Arahant are not clean. Okay, how can you say Arahant? Because you don't understand the word Arahant. Arahant means you free from kama chanda. That means sense of this desire. Even Buddha say, you if you're monk, you're insulted or praised by other, you should take it as neutral. You should not get attached. But you see the other, you're criticizing the Theravada until not even worth 2 cents. So this is their problem. We don't care. Just understand that Arahant is free from kama chanda. And next one, you talk about technical Abhidhamma reading. That's common here. It's a classification of state where sense door do not give rise to normal reactive chitta. Example, in deep jhana, the sense stimulation present, but mind does not respond with the ordinary craving aversion. That is what I'm trying to explain. So if you are in deep jhana, you should have the sense stimulation present. I mean, you feel so good in jhana state. But your mind does not respond to ordinary craving aversion. I mean, you don't attach to jhana. That's why my last time the guru said, should not attach to the jhana. If you are every sitting you want jhana until the whatever state you are, then you will never come out from there, progress further. Okay. So certain super mundane moments when sensory doors are functional are inhibited. Okay. Certain some super mundane moment when sensory door are functionally inhibited. I mean, closed. So the path and function consciousness, the manga pahat, consciousness is free from the sense door reactivity. Okay. So conclusion is best understood as a freedom from sense door bondage, liberation from identification with sensory inputs. So Arahant is of this sort. Okay. Liberation from identification with sensory input. To them, they are attain the state that there is of no value to them. They are kind of can let go everything. So next one, you look at the dual aspect, chitta and chittasika. So what is that? Every chitta or consciousness arises with Chittasika, mental factor, and is never bare awareness alone. Okay, remember that it's never bare awareness alone. The experience always has a cognitive dimension, a knowing, and an affective dimension, feeling and feeling. So this is how the Chitta and Chittasika work. Okay, we look at cognitive or what a discriminative aspect. Okay, we look at knowing, noticing, and perceiving. How this thing work. Knowing, noticing, and perceiving. In Pali, it's called Chitta, Sana, Vitaka, and Manusikara. The function is to identify object, categorize, and attend. Okay, so we look through one by one. Chitta, the moment of pure knowing. I mean, you capture the object. This is a pure form. Okay, so everything our senses capture is a pure form, pure knowing. So it passes to the next one, the sana or the perception. So when the object is captured, it recognizes and label the object. Okay, label the object. Okay, so label object. If you are new to this particular object, you will give a name to it. Okay, if not, will be inside our memory. We can straight away recall what's the name for it. And then vitaka, initial thought. And then initial thought, direct attention. So when you come with this attention, you'll be studying all the focusing on this particular object. So the initial thought, direct attention. So with this direct attention, you'll come to the initial thought. You will have this manasikara, attention. It keeps the chitta on the object. So you investigate object thoroughly. Okay, attention, full attention. Initial attention, then not full attention. You check the whole 360 degree, the whole object. Then next one to follow will be sampajana or the clear comprehension. This is called meta awareness. Okay. Then finally, you something like fully understand this particular object. Okay. So this is how Chitta, Sana, Vitaka, and Manasikara work. So the affective irritative aspect is a feeling, valence, and mood. The body is it. Vedana, Loba, whichever, Loba, Dosa, Moha, or Metta, Mudita. So after the feeling, all these other roots will arise. Okay. The function is to attract, repel, motivate action, or color experience. So we'll look into each of them. Vienna, the feeling. The feeling in contact, whether pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. Then after this, the loba, whether if your greed one, the evil roots arise, then you will have attention to pleasant objects. Then you have the dosa, hatred, then you have aversion to unpleasant object. And then if you are moha arise, delusion, you are confused. Seeing the thing you are in a so-called confused state of what kind of thing is it? Diluted. Or if you are blessed with the good one, the metta, karuna, mudita, upeka, all these good thing will arise. So either you take this or you take this. So this is how after feeling all these things arises. Next one, you look into the dual aspect of ethical corollary and practical insight. What is this? Okay, we'll look into it. Ethical corollary, ethical quality, the kusala or akusala is not a consciousness alone, okay? is a pattern of Cetasika that accompany it. So after the consciousness Cetasika accompany it, same as seeing accompanied by greed will give you akusala. Same as seeing the moment accompanied by mindfulness, you give kusala. So this is what I try to explain, okay? The ethical part. So when you talk about meditation, especially vipassana, you train yourself to know each Dvāra citta and its Cetasika. You'll be seeing, noticing, feeling, and then you'll feel that this thing will never last, impermanent. How long? It depends on individual. Right? Sometimes it disappears immediately. Sometimes it takes a couple of minutes to last to pass through before it disappears. So observing Vijnana as it arises show how the effective component can be seen and released. So it reduces automatic craving. Okay? So this is when you're doing the meditation vipassana. About ethics and liberation, being dvāva vimukha, free from door grasping, means uprooting craving at the sense door. And key to the progress that you may abandoning kama chandra, the sense desire factor. So each mindful contact is practiced in not grasping. Okay, so this is how you should conduct yourself. So when you do everyday psychology, you're noticing the dual aspect, cognition versus feeling. Cognition recognizing and then feeling. Disrupt impulsive reaction. I can see the seeing and the liking as two distinct events. So you have a capability of cognition and feeling, seeing and the liking as two distinct events. Okay, that's why when you shop online, very high risk this one, cognition and feeling. So if you have one, you can see, but you have no feeling to arise, then it's okay. But you are seeing and you are liking, then definitely you'll buy. So this creates a gap between stimulus and response, the space of wisdom. Okay. So when you see the multi-door stimulus integration by mano dvāva, so you see the external object aramana. Sight by rupa, you say chatu vyana or eye consciousness. Sound, sada or sota vyana, eye consciousness. And then touch, pota ba or kaya vyana, body consciousness. So when all this, whichever prominent take place, you pass to the mind door. Mano dvāva, the mind door. Mind door will do the integration, memory, conception, and unification of experience. So our mind door is something like our computer CPU, doing all these things. So when unified phenomena experience become potential for karma, right? This is when in very pure form, you got no karma created. It's our mind working all this, then we have the karma of good or bad. So this summarize everything of what this lesson is about. When I talk about six sense door, there are five external organ plus the mind. Then you have six door consciousness, one per door. Understand? And then remember, there are four universal cetasika. You one other one is still there, okay? Mana, Sinkara, Sana, Vienna, Chetana. Then there are two aspects of citta, cognitive and affective. So when it comes to feeling, the feeling tones, there are three. Pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. And then the three evil kind, tanha roots, lobha, dosa, moha. And then Dvāra Mimutta readings. There are two, soteriological plus technical. Then top moments, with the 17 top moments, is complete the cognitive process. Okay. So basically, the shortcut, remember everything here. If you look at this diagram. Okay. To summarize all, Dvāra Saṅgaha, a summary of essential. So what you can do, you look into it. 6 sense door. Each door has its own specific consciousness. Eye chitta is not equal to ear chitta. So mano dvava takes mental object by dhamma. Contact formula. Sense door, sense base plus object plus condition. Then arise the pasa. And then the door chitta. Remember? Plus the 4 universal cetasika. Mahasikara, Sanna, Vienna, and Chetana. Okay, so this is for contact formula. A single door, 6 door, 1 door is equal to 1 atomic unit. It's the easiest mindfulness. 5 doors, you will become overwhelmed risk. Yeah, you open 5 doors, wow, the thing overwork. And then 6 door is the highest karma. You can open the mind door, you have a karma created, plus the highest insight. So for whether you choose good or you choose bad. Dvāra Mimukha. Free from doors. These are primary statical. It's a liberation from sense craving, okay? At the contact point. That means to cut off your senses from, especially from this kind of sense craving. Then do expect every chitta has recognized and knowing plus affective. I mean the feeling of valent aspect and ethical quality in the Chittasika, not Chitta alone. Okay. And practical application, if you use for Vipassana notes, each door plus the Vienna, that's how Vipassana works. It reduces automatic craving. So there's a gap between seeing and liking, what I call the space of wisdom. Okay. So in sin, there's only the sin. In hurt, only the hurt. This is spoken in Vahiya Sutta. Okay. Okay. So this end of this lecture, short one, Dvāra Saṅgaha. You have to go back to last year note for full revision if you don't understand. Okay. Any question? For next session, can you see this 2025 senior part 2 Abhidhamma? Hello?
Yes, can see.
So I
Pass your exam.
want you and Sister Teo
Uh-uh.
next session to do the following. Sister Teo start with 1. Question 1. Okay, take note.
Okay, question number 1.
Sister Sumeta take 2. 1, 2. And Sister Teo also take 3. Three. Question 3.
So, Sister Chai Hun, question 1, question 3.
Yeah. Or this Sumeta.
Okay. Kan number 2 and 4.
4, Sumeta.
Okay.
Then brother Go do 6.
The 5, not
5 will
doing.
do thy sister Pek Ling.
Wait, Sister Pek Ling, number 5. Brother Ko, number 6.
And number 7, who want to do? Number 7. Sister
I'll try
Sumita,
to
can
do it. I'll try to do
7.
it.
Can you do it?
I tried.
Okay, so try your best. Any problem, then you
Mm.
come back to me. Okay, so note down. Sister Teo, Sumeta, Sister Teo, Sumeta, Sister Teo, this one. Then 6 will be Brother Ko, and 7 Sumeta. Okay,
Okay.
so this one will be
5 is Pek Lane, right? Brother Long?
what?
5
Okay,
is
I'll repeat
You
the
have
sequence.
don't worry, you also have later another paper.
Pek Lane number 5, Brother Ko number 6. So
5 is Pek Lane.
I repeat. Sister Teo, question 1 and 3. Myself, 2, 3, 2, 4, 7. Sister Pek Lane number 5, Brother Ko number 6.
Okay, so this is for senior part 2 Abhidhamma. So we go back to next one. Can you see this Diploma Abhidhamma 2025?
Okay.
Okay, any of these questions done before? I think what a number we done before. Any idea? If you all don't pick up
I think number 1, number 2 done.
1 and 2 done. So
Number 3 also done.
which one? 3.
Number 3 also done.
1, 2, 3 done. Okay. So 4, Sister Pek Leng.
Wait, number 4, Sister Pek Lane.
5, Brother Ko.
5, Brother Ko.
6 also Brother Ko.
Okay.
The rest don't have it. Okay, it was only 8 question. The other 2 you all give up. Okay. So all these
Okay, so
first 3 all cover already. Early part we cover. I mean for the tutorial we cover, right? 1, 2, 3.
if I'm
Right,
not mistaken.
Okay, so we do 4, 5, 6. So
Okay.
easy
So
for
I
Brother
repeat. Sister Pek Lane number 4, Brother Ko 5
5
and
and
6
6.
for the diploma level Dhamma 2025.
Dhamma or Abhidhamma, this one?
Abhidhamma. This is
Just now
Abhidhamma.
it was Abhidhamma Senior Part 2.
This one also Abhidhamma.
This one
This is
is
diploma one. I'll
diploma.
send you the paper.
Okay. Sorry, this is Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma.